Hello, Southeastern. You have 15,000 fellow students here. Each of them have their own stories, perspectives, and insights, but how many of them do you know? Tune in because we're going to listen, learn, and meet Southeastern. For this episode, I spoke with Sneha Sharma. I have had the pleasure of sharing an apartment with her for the past year and a half, and she's one of the coolest people I have ever met. She's the president of SUMS, she works in the math lab, and she loves to dance. Here's what she had to say. So I'm sure everybody can hear that you're not from South Louisiana, so tell us where you're from.
I'm from Southeast Asia. There's a small country named Nepal. It's in between India and China.
What made you come here, to America in general or Southeastern in particular?
I always wanted to come to America to study because it is the educationally most powerful country in the world, and plus I always wanted to have that multicultural experience. So I wanted to go outside of my comfort zone and see how the world looks like.
So why was having a multicultural experience important for you?
Multicultural is important for I guess anyone because it gives you an exposure. I thought if I go outside of my protective cage and get to know more people, start alone.
So do you think that you got that experience here at Southeastern?
Yes, I did get to meet a lot of people outside of my community and got to meet people from here, from different other countries, be friends with them, learn about their place, learn about how their lives are. Mm-hmm. So yes, I think I got multicultural experience here.
And I have noticed that there is a very large Nepalese population here. Why do you think so many people from Nepal come to school at Southeastern?
I think one is because of the connections. There are already 60, for the first time, 60 people came here, so they knew other people, they suggested, they might have liked the college, they suggested their relatives or friends. Mm-hmm. And there are a couple of agencies in Nepal that send students to different universities. Maybe there are certain agencies that send them to here. And plus the scholarship opportunity, it is more affordable in here than any other colleges, I guess.
So what do you do to prepare for such a big move? Moving from Asia to South Louisiana, that's a big deal. So how did you prepare for that?
More than moving from South Asia or I have been in a protective environment all my life. It wasn't easy for me to just go out of my comfort zone to somewhere else I've never been, I've never seen, or never thought how people are never knew anything about it. It took me a lot of courage, mental preparation, fulfill technicalities and everything. So it wasn't easy, but I knew in my heart that it would be worth it.
What do you think as an international student is your biggest challenge?
I grew up in an environment where I fortunately got exposed to a lot of people from different parts of the world. So I grew up knowing different people speak different language, their lives are a little bit different, and so it wasn't for me personally, it wasn't very difficult because I was able to make friends quick and adjust to the situation or environment quick. But I know international students, the difficulty that they face most is they're very shielded. Mm-hmm. So it takes them a little bit of time to open up that barrier and go out there and talk to people who are different than them. Yeah, I've been fortunate that I can make friends quick and be comfortable in a situation, how difficult or different it is. That is very fortunate.
So you said you grew up meeting a lot of people from other countries. How did that happen? That's not something most people can say.
Yes. Again, I've been lucky. My dad is a hotelier, and I lived in a hotel for 7 years, inside a hotel. So if you have watched Zack and Cody, my life was like that, and it was sweet.
And it was.
And then I did get to meet a lot of people from different parts of the world. My godfather is from Germany, my best friend is from Denmark, and my host parents are from New York. So I did get to meet a lot of people from different parts of the country.
What was one of your favorite memories of living in a hotel?
There are plenty of them. I did get to meet a lot of people, be friends with them, know more people, learn maybe a little bit of different languages. And also I used to get pampered by all the hotel staffs because my dad was very respected in that small town. It was a very small town and he was very respected, so me and my brother get really pampered by all the people, even from the guests that used to come. They used to bring football or games or chocolates or books from different parts of the world. That's really cool.
Now that you know a little bit more about Sneha, let's see what she has to say about our school. What do you study here at Southeastern?
I go to school for math and finance.
Okay, so why did you choose that degree?
I did not, when I first came here, I did not know what I was going to study. I wanted to go to engineering school, but I knew that Southeastern didn't have an engineering program. So my options were any majors that was under the science and technology: physics, chemistry, math, and computer science. And the most comfortable I was with was math, because that was my forte then. So I decided, okay, let me pick this major and then like see how it goes. So math is versatile. You can go into a science field with math or a business field. And that is another reason I took math too. And then I started taking science classes as well as started taking a business classes, and I could relate to business and math better and fitted my personality better, because I'm a kind of person that would like to go out there, meet people, and like be in a corporate setting. That's what I could see myself doing in future. That's why I picked finance and math.
So you're in a rather difficult major. You obviously worked really hard to get here from Nepal. You seem like a really driven person. What is it that motivates you?
Everything in the world motivates me. Everything I do, every person I meet, and every incident that happens in my life. I think that I'm in a process of constant learning from experiences, from the people I meet. Everybody you meet would have something to share, which I think is like really good, and I love to get knowledge from them. The most important person that motivates me in my life is my boyfriend, which is
That's
not
really cute.
that is not the answer normally people say, but yes, I have been looking up to my boyfriend. We've been dating since past 8 years, and I've been looking
Wow.
up to him like in every way possible. He is so much giving. He's very determined human being. He's very giving. He's confident, and like yet very humble. That inspires me a lot. I would be glad if I could be half as good as he is.
Wait, so you've been dating for 8 years?
Yes.
So how old were you when you started dating?
I'm 23 now, so I would have been like 16.
Wow.
16.
So is he from Nepal too?
16, 15, 16. Yes.
What's his name?
His name is Anit Gewali.
If I asked you to tell me the story of you two, what would it be?
We started out with friends, and me not liking him, we were rivals rather. We were in the same one of our classes, and then like I always wanted to be best in whatever I did, and that was the first time anyone had ever like gotten better score than me, and at that time that was really hurting.
Oh my god.
So we started out as a rivals. I mean, for him it was love at first sight. For me it was just being rivals, and then like we slowly developed like a friendship. We started talking and like sharing our experiences, sharing our life stories, and that's when I knew, okay, this person is very special, and I would never get to meet such a special person, and very humble. That is one thing I look forward in relationship. If there is no love, there's no relationship. So love is important, but for me the another important factor is trust and respect, which I could like give him, get from him. So that was important.
Have you ever heard of Anne of Green Gables?
No, who is she?
It's a story. It's an old book from like 1919, but that's like exactly how the romantic interest in the story starts. Is like they're competitors in school, and he likes her, but she doesn't like him at all, and they're like competing to see who can get the highest scores in class. Like it sounded exactly like what you just said. Well, but she was from Canada.
Oh.
So what is something that you would like to accomplish outside of graduation? Everybody wants to get that degree, pass the degree. What's something you want to accomplish?
Something I want to accomplish is I want people to remember me in a good way, like take my name with a smile. Hope I can meet as many people and like as possible in my life and make a positive impact in their life. That would be the best thing I think I can accomplish.
How do you hope to make a positive impact?
I mean, I would like to there are plenty of plans that I want to do. I want to be successful in my field. I want to like go and give back to a community which has given so much to me, but I cannot put in like one word how I'm going to impact. Maybe like, I mean, I just want to go with the flow and then like see what I can contribute to different people's lives.
Just do what good you can where
Yes.
you are. Okay. So how are you connected to campus?
From the very first day of my freshman year, I started out as a math lab tutor. I did get a chance to like help out students with college algebra and different other maths. And then I got involved in my department. I founded a club because I thought like there wasn't any rigid club in math department that would help math students to tell them like direct them to where to go, or like give them opportunities and relate them to a department
Yeah.
in some way. So I founded a math club.
What club was that?
It's Southeastern Undergraduate Mathematics Society. And then we thought about all the STEM majors came together and thought about empowering women in STEM fields, because we know that that is one issue that's going on. So we decided to establish and organize, not establish, but start an organization on campus called Women in Technology, under Louisiana Women in Technology. And we've been doing like many programs that is helping out to empower more women in high school or colleges to get into these fields that they've been always hesitating because of like maybe not very much of awareness. And I've been working with SGA, Student of Conduct, as a student board member. I've been helping out with the auxiliary and dining service to provide good and healthy food to students. And I've been volunteering in Microsoft U Crew for the recycling of paper, old computer parts, or chips. And then I've done few short movies on the topic going green, to let the student be aware of that.
Is there anywhere we could go to see those?
It was in 2012 and 13. So they had like broadcasted that in Student Union theater.
So it sounds like you've been connected pretty much everywhere on campus at some point.
I would like to take up every opportunity possible that comes my way and help out myself as well as the community I'm in.
What's some advice that you could probably give to incoming students about Southeastern?
What I would like to say is take as much opportunity as you can when in college, because your 4 years is never going to come back to you, and there's so many things that you can do. Maybe contribute, if you're too busy, maybe you can contribute like 1 hour of your day giving to school, like getting involved in certain things. And you're paying for college and like you're going to college, and so just make sure to know where you're paying. Make sure to go check in a Leonet and see your account and see what are the cost breakdowns and what are the resources available on campus and what you can use.
You work in the math lab. What's some memorable moment from the math lab?
Southeastern and math department in general has given me so much. I love the place I work. I love all my classes where I go. I love all my professors. But sometimes the experience is always not pleasant. There was a time when, well, this is really weird, and I don't know if it's appropriate to say, but I'll just say it anyways. There was a time when I was teaching students in math lab, and there was one guy that came up to me and said like, "Can I kiss you?"
What?
It's like, "Can I kiss you?" I was not sure what he was saying, so I didn't want it to blame anyone like without any reason. So I said like, "Can you repeat it once?" And he was like, "Can I kiss you?" And I really didn't know what to do. I have no clue what he just said, and I did not even think it was an appropriate thing to say because I was a tutor and he was a student.
Yeah.
I got a little nervous, so I told my graduate assistant about it and like a lab coordinator, and he got kicked out of the lab that time. But if they wanted, he would have been kicked out of the class. He would have failed the class and kicked out of Southeastern. So I guess people just don't think sometimes.
So what did you tell him?
I had no answer for that. I was just like so shocked. So I really didn't know what to say except give him a very bad look. Or like very confused look.
Yeah. So what do you think about the math department? What has your experience with the math department been?
Math department has been a part of my life-changing experience. Math department is small. It's like a family. You can go to any professors for advice, any kind of advice, whether you're dealing with like some hard classes and you want a little bit more flexibility, or you can go and give the advice about like how departments should improve, and they would still listen to you. Your voice would be heard. So it is, for me, math department is like a small family, my second family. I can go there anytime just to like meet or like see my teachers, talk to them about what is good for my future. They give me career advice. They give me advice about taking the certain classes. And if you want any certain classes to be offered, you can just like go talk to them. This is not something that is available in every department, every colleges. You barely know who your department head is, but in our college, that is the thing I like about our college. You just like know everyone, and they're very friendly, and you are heard, which is the most important thing to me.
So if you had to describe the culture of Southeastern to someone who hasn't been here, how would you describe it?
I don't think I would have any negative thing to say, because Southeastern has given me so much. The confidence I have today is all because of Southeastern. And I think it is the best decision I ever made. So what I'm going to tell them is the school is not very big like you've expected, or very small either, because it covers half a town. But what you get in Southeastern, I don't think you'd get it in most of the places. There's like, you have the most friendliest professors possible. Your department is not very big, so you would get to like interact with them personally. People are very, very, very friendly. The friends you make here will stay for life, and it gives you, it's not in a big city, so what it gives you an environment to study or focus. There are some restaurants that you can go and hang out with friends, but at the same time it is kind of quiet that you can like study and focus on your work. So that is what I like about Southeastern.
It's like a good environment.
Yeah, good environment, good people, and very friendly professors, and they'll listen to you.
Awesome.
Everybody listens to you.
So what's something you'd like to see happen here at Southeastern in the future?
My current concern is the STEM field majors with all the like budget cut going on. STEM field is bearing a lot of loss because there are already very few students graduating in science and technology, especially physics, chemistry, and math. And with this budget cut going on, we would be getting a very less student again, because one, the scholarship is reduced, and a lot of students coming to Southeastern are commuters who work. So if they have to pay out of pocket, and like science and physics, chemistry, and math are like difficult majors, so it's very difficult to dedicate time and like work at the same time. If physics and chemistry or math department shuts down or like does not exist in Southeastern, and if people want to like get a degree in those majors, they have to like, even though they have to go to some other fields. STEM field is very important for any state to develop. I mean, I know, like, I'm not saying that other fields are not, but the STEM field is equally important. And if with all these budget cuts going on, if we get rid of these programs, the state would bear a lot of loss. The concern for me now is we need to get a lot of people involved in this field, which would not be possible with all the budget cuts going on. So that is my primary concern. I asked Sneha about a recent hot topic. Here was her take on it.
Megan Simon wrote in the last issue of The Lion's Roar an opinion piece on how important politics are to college students. What do you think the effect of political decisions is on students?
I mean, it is already affecting the students. Like, the recent budget cut is affecting our courses being cut off, so we won't be able to like meet all the requirements, or like when we graduate, when we spend 4 years of our life and like pay for school, we would want to like be educated in such a way that we can go out tomorrow and face the world and compete with anybody who has graduated from somewhere else, or like be able to and like qualified. So if we keep on cutting the courses, what we would do is that we won't be like qualified. So that concerns me a lot. And legislation should make such laws, keeping in their mind like what would be the impact on students. And this budget cut, as we all know, it's impacting students a lot. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that they would not cut down the course or get rid of some programs on Southeastern that student would just like spend their time and money not getting out with like required qualification.
How do you think students should stay informed?
I think there are like plenty of news. The ways for students to keep up with the news or like political news is like they can read a newspaper, they can discuss with their peers about what is going on in their country, so that they would like share the knowledge. And there are many computer labs on campus where they can go and like use internet for free. There are like plenty of websites where you can get the news from.
So there's no excuse.
Yes, there's no excuse. You can always scroll through your phone that you always use to chat on Facebook, or like you can always like take 5 minutes of your life, just go to a news website and maybe read the headlines, or at least be informed what's going on, and like discuss the same thing with your friends, and read the newspaper if you get a chance, which is available free on campus, but you have to pay outside, so why not?
What do you think should be done about the situation?
I mean, what we can do is like first thing, what we need to do is be aware of what's going on. And then there are certain rallies and protests, like non-violent protests going on in different parts of the state. We can join them. We can come up with a logical reason why budget cut is not good in educational field. Why is it important for us? And then if we are able to make if we're able to give them a logical reason, I'm pretty sure the state understands. We are already behind when it comes to education.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure if we can come up with a good reason, they would be able to like compensate or like think of something. What I'm doing is they're helping my department to make a decision what courses to keep and what not to. I am aware of like what courses are required in my field.
Yeah.
So what I can do is like give the advice to them about what courses they need to keep, why is it important.
All right. And I'd like to test your knowledge on a little bit of trivia about Southeastern. Do you know the legend about Friendship Oak?
Yes, I think I do. Don't they say that if you kiss under the Friendship Oak, your relationship will last forever and you would get married?
Yeah.
I thought of doing that but never had a chance to.
That's all from me for now, but remember, everybody has a story, their own perspectives and ideas. So go out there. This is your school. Meet Southeastern.